Hi everyone, my name is Shelly Miller. Hello. I'm a drag queen. I actually have a whole intro written for this. I don't know why I'm just off the cuffing it, like I'm some sort of improv person. Good Lord. This is GenCon day one. Welcome. No one, I think, I heard hungover, just tired, just flew in. Speaking of just flying in, one of our panelists got by the American Airlines, so he had a layover possibly in Texas, wherever there's a Whataburger, which is not here. So there you go. One of our panelists also got by a train, not in a horrible way, just traffic.
What a way to phrase it.
Look, got is my way of saying, look, shit's gone wrong. Also, I cuss. I apologize. I'm an adult. I'm over the age of 30. I will cuss. Speaking of our panelist, he just landed. So there you go.
There you go.
But yes, we will be joined by one of our panelists in a little bit, possibly, question mark? Who knows? But anyways, hello everyone, and welcome to the season 4 premiere of After the Table. We are live here at GenCon. Hey, yeah. Yeah, I know. I say live to you, not live to Twitch. I don't want to deal with that kind of setup. We're here live at GenCon 2026 with a wonderful audience. You're wonderful, you're talented, you're brilliant and beautiful, and you're awake.
And it's so packed in here.
The camera can't see, so that's perfect. Yes, thank you, Michael. If you don't know who I am or what After the Table is, I'm Shelly Miller. I'm the host, producer, editor, booker, everything associated with all the problems and the possible comic relief, question mark? Y'all are giggling probably out of spite. And then After the Table is my lovely little podcast where I talk to actual play creatives about their projects, the things that they love, what brought them into TTRPGs and things like that. We've been doing 4 seasons. We're rounding a year and a half. And as of just a few weeks ago, I've been nominated for Best Podcast Host for the Crit Award. I know.
Rock the vote.
Yeah, go out and vote or something. I don't know. But actually, no. Okay, this is an election year. If you are not registered to vote, if you're a United States citizen, do that. Vote. If you don't, what the heck? We need to get these people out. And if you think actual play is not political, it is. So there you go. Anything creative is political. That's my stance. There you go. So, fun fact, this is our first official panel at a con. We did have a live show at Unplugged unofficially. We had a little thing called Before the Con. It was our first live thing, but this is our first official panel. I'm kind of excited. And I'm excited to have these wonderful people here. So.
All 4 of us.
All four. They're here in spirit. Before we start the episode, we have a sponsor. Yeah, I know.
Ka-ching.
And I forgot, you know what? I forgot to do mood music before this. But yeah, our sponsor for the podcast, this episode is Pocket Bard. They're actually here this weekend, so if you want to go check them out and stop them and say, ooh, I like music at my table, do that. They're amazing, they're talented, and they just launched their newest desktop app and a ton of new scenes to include a bunch of lo-fi stuff. So go check that out. Thank you, Pocket Bar, for sponsoring this episode. I greatly appreciate it.
Woo!
All right.
Actual human created music.
Yes, human created music, no AI. They have like conductors, they hire artists. It's amazing. They have in-house producers, and you can get your wonderful music game on with Pocket Bard. I guess I should introduce our guest. So There we go. Please welcome to the table LARP extraordinaire and your favorite VTM know-it-all, Matt Stormcrow. Professional GM and professional princess, Hannah plays D&D. They'll be here. Lex is here in spirit. They're amazing and talented. Artist and Faye Being, who will snatch your soul, Smallberg Lex. And then PJ, who is in an Uber right now, and, well, trying to get his bags and then will be in an Uber. Fellow magic nerd and shadow over Baldur's Gate, PJ McGraw. There you go. We'll just, in post, Shelly in post. I don't know. But yeah, let's do some introductions. My introductions are okay, but I want y'all to introduce yourselves. There you go. Whoever wants to go first. Rock, paper, scissors, or something.
You win.
Yeah.
I think that means you go first, though.
You got gunned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I got
want a quick
gunned.
drop.
Rock, paper, scissors, gun.
That's the Texas way, Matt. You know this.
I wasn't expecting it. Hello, my name is Matthew Webb. I also go by Matt Stormcrow online. I am a creative partner with Jackalope Live Action Studios, the LARP studio that brings you The Night in Question and Coven 1934 and other new projects coming along the way. I am also a Vampire the Masquerade and World of Darkness know-it-all, as you have said, and I create that kind of content online on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube.
That's great. Amazing. Hello, my name is Hannah Harper, also known as Hannah Plays D&D everywhere on the internet, and I am a D&D and TTRPG content creator. And as of about 2 years ago, a professional game master as well. I do stuff over on TikTok, Instagram, I run all over the world playing games for people and hopefully spreading a little joy.
I spread only darkness and despair.
As is the way. So everyone has an origin story whenever it comes to the player character and even NPCs. What is y'all's origin story whenever it comes to TTRPGs? Your individual ones.
You go first this time.
Incredible. I was locked in a house in COVID. I had the unfortunate experience of moving in the middle of it to a new country. And of course that meant I couldn't leave my house when I got there. All of the furniture hadn't arrived. No Wi-Fi for 5 weeks while I was there. So I was stuck in a house with nothing but my mattress and my 2 sisters and a box of stuff that we had brought over, which had a couple of books. One of those books was the Dungeon Master's Guide, and I believe the Minds of Phandelver starter kit.
Yep, sounds about right.
And I looked to my sisters and said, hey, we have no other choice. And now I'm here.
We must become nerds.
Funny enough, that's my origin story is 2020 and Minds of Phandelver, so I don't know what happened.
It's a great
I
project.
didn't move, though. I moved after the fact. Matt?
Long ago, in a different age.
Back when there was no Wi-Fi.
Yeah, when there was no Wi-Fi and darkness ruled, when the internet was a place in your house. Anyways, I was introduced to a game called Battletech by my cousins, and Battletech had an RPG called Mech Warrior. And then I discovered Vampire the Masquerade when I was 16, and nothing has been the same ever since.
How was it back in the day, in those old World of Darkness days?
It was so edgy, you could cut yourself on the books.
I love that. Well, I mean, how did y'all get into making content about TTRPGs instead of just like playing them?
Oh, COVID. I started doing, so I'm a LARPer, and there was a lull in LARPs and stuff that I could go to regularly. So I started doing Vampire the Masquerade cosplay with my friends that were all around the country and all around the world on TikTok. And people started asking, what is this? And I started answering the question of, what is Vampire the Masquerade? What am I doing? And slowly there was less cosplay and there was more lore and info dumps and unhinged political rants and all this stuff. And that's how I became, and then I started doing YouTube, and I've always been snarky on Twitter. We dead name Twitter in this house.
Always.
Yeah, and so it went from there.
I, on a whim, posted a video from one of my home games where I was with my group of friends and they had tricked this enemy that they had come across into pulling from the deck of many things, and she pulled the wish card, which, as you can imagine, if any of you know what that is, would be really bad for the BBG to have. I posted that online and it went super viral, and then from there I just started showing clips from what I was doing to what I was prepping, and it just kind of tumbled from there.
So, in your time of making content, what's been a big win for you? Everyone, welcome to the stage.
Not late. I definitely wasn't behind a train.
Run. No one will notice.
I've been here the whole time.
Editing will prove it.
We'll Forrest Gump you into it. It'll be fine.
Exactly. But introduce yourself, by the way.
Hello, I am Smallbird Lex. You can find me at Smallbird Lex. I draw things. If you want your characters to be fighting or smooching, I do all of that. I do actual plays and VTubing and whatever else gets me paid, actually.
So real. What's your origin stories with TTRPGs and the AP space?
Which one? I tried like 3 times.
That's
So there were multiple times where I tried getting into like tabletop and TTRPGs and things, and sadly they were too boy related. So once the boy was like, "Oh, I can't smooch you. I don't want you in my game anymore." So I actually got into the AP space just because I made friends with people who are in like actual playing TTRPG and content creation, and making genuine friend connections actually gets you to stick around. Isn't that crazy? So I started playing with my first game. Threw me in with people with like 1 million followers, and I'm like, I've never been around people like this ever in my life. And it's like, yeah, too bad, throwing you to the wolves. So I've just been here ever since.
So, all right, everybody, what's a big win that's been had for you with content creation?
Oh, I'd say the community is the biggest one. Meeting people. Introducing people to a game I love is the best part of it. And also the ability to create projects kind of much more easily because of the built-in audience, the built-in collaboration, all that sort of thing that's really opened doors when it comes to that.
Yeah, no, absolutely the community and the friends that I've made, it's been absolutely incredible. I've met some lifelong friends who are gonna like be at my wedding type shit. It's like, it's truly such an amazing thing that I've made the deep personal connections with the people. Like I literally met my partner through this space. Like I went to a whole nother country because of this space. So it truly is the people in it.
Yeah, hard agree. I'll kind of piggyback off of that. Yeah, community is incredible, but also like the amount of business help that comes from knowing people who know what they're doing and like give you both the inspiration and also the know-how to actually monetize what you're doing and be creative and get paid for it has been incredible.
I mean, on that note, we've all been paid for our work. What has been some of those difficulties of like approaching a brand, or what is in your back pocket that will get you paid for the work that you're doing?
Ask to be paid.
That's an important part.
Yeah, like get up the confidence and say to yourself, I deserve to be paid, pay me. Yeah. Cross my hand with silver, do something. I'm not gonna do stuff for free.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
That's right.
Whatever he said. No, absolutely. I haven't paid as much as a lot of people in this space. I'm still new when it comes to like the business side of things, but things I've gotten paid for. Recently, Hero 4 had me made a few videos for them. And surprisingly, they popped off, which was great. So I was like, thank you, please. But definitely one of the things that you do is just remember your time is worth something.
Yes.
There's a legal amount of time that you're allowed to be paid for things, like no matter where you are. So like your time is worth money. I don't care how big you are, how small you are, where you're from, your time is worth money. Doesn't matter. Oh, you only have 100 followers, oh, I only have 5 followers, who cares? Someone wants you to give them your time. Money comes and goes. Time is the most finite thing we have. You're gonna at least give me money for it if I'm offering it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I absolutely agree with you. The big switch that I had was swapping from an hourly rate to a service rate, because ultimately, you just, one, you don't make as much cash. Two, it's not as viable. Burnout is heavy on, like, if you're doing it by the hour that it takes you to do a video, it's no longer about your expertise within the space or your ability to do something well and fast. And you're essentially punishing yourself if you do it by the hour instead of what you're actually providing, which is, you know, this massive service, this video with this polish in a quick timeline.
That part, because one of the things that I offer is the fact that I can do a drawing very quickly. There are people who've commissioned me in the morning and they've gotten that commission not 12 hours later. Like, I sometimes work so quickly when especially if it's an idea I love, like, oh, I want to put that on paper right now, and it will be done. If I charge by the hour versus how much time it took me to be able to do it in an hour, no, that'd be insane. Like, you're paying for the fact that I can get you something in a day without a rush fee.
You're paying for your mad skills to get it done.
Exactly.
Yeah, and never underestimate, you're selling yourself, and you should make the ask. When they approach you and say, hey, do you want to do this? You're just like, ask them, even if you're just asking for a demo copy or something like that, say, I would like this, and you'd be surprised how much traction you get. And it also kind of separates the wheat from the chaff a little bit when they're just nosing around for something for free and more serious. Yeah. So that you get a lot more serious interactions that way.
What have been some, not just with, making the money, but like the content creation, everything like that, what's been a major like the lost point for you?
Ooh.
So many.
I guess I've been lucky. I have like a petty answer and then like a real answer. I'm just like,
Oh, go petty.
Go petty. You're on a panel with a drag queen. Go petty. I want tea.
Alright, like my petty answer is just trusting certain people in this space. It's like we have to remember that it's like, oh yeah, these are your coworkers. Like, no, it's not. We're not paid by the same people. Like, we're not like, no. Like, there's different levels of like what people are trying to move forward with and who they want to be associated with. Like my petty answer of the L is just genuinely trusting people who I thought were like good people or had your best interest at heart, and then they were like, nah, fuck you, I'm gonna tell everybody that you're cheating on your boyfriend.
I did it the wrong way.
Can I get tea later?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's a 17 arc story. I got you. I'll get
Full
the
tea
whiteboard.
service.
Full PowerPoint, guys. We're changing the interview. Anyways.
It's high tea over here. Let's go.
Major L, actually, this is unfortunate because somebody here is actually actively wearing my merch store.
No.
Right, so I was working with a company and I specifically told them, hey, I'm not gonna use generative AI in my art. It's not something I'm willing to do, don't fucking use it. Not something I'm willing to do. And they were like, of course, we're not gonna do that. I get the designs back and I go, you know when you can smell it?
Yeah.
You're just like, you're looking at me, you're like, something's not right here. And I was like, hey, email back. Hey, this looks digitally rendered. Like, and we're like, yeah, it's digitally rendered. I was like, it's AI. He's like, it's supplementary. Like, if we had it help us. I was like, no. So I made the designs. I went back, and I am not an artist, so I went back, digitally made them in Canva to export them. I learned all these new skills to provide it and hand it over, and they were like, okay, great, cool. That worked. I printed some merch, it was amazing, and then they continued to pump out AI slots, so I had to shut down the site. So I have since shut it down because that was a mess. But also, don't always trust people that adhere to your ethical standards. That's something you have to keep up. That's something that you have to double check each time because not everyone. There's lots of people who are willing to cut corners, and I'm not.
No, we like pointy corners here, guys.
We do. Good.
Yeah, stepping stool people, I don't like.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
People that just want to know you to know other people. I've had a few encounters with those, and I've slowly learned how to sniff them out, where they just want you to introduce you to other people and they don't really care about you. You have to be able to kind of look them in the eyes and say, do you actually care about my work, or are you just looking for an in? Right.
Or the kind of people that will meet you and be like, oh, what's your handle? Take a look at it, see your number, and then walk away.
Oh,
that's happened to me a couple of times, and I was like, okay, cool. You're not a nice person.
I'm having to choke back feelings about that.
Yeah.
I think we've
Look.
all had that approach
Yeah.
before.
10,000%, like Jessica Bennell, love you. Like, I have a lot of friends who are very big in this space. Like, I have people with, like, not to brag, my friends are really cool. But, like, from fucking like 1 million to 10 million followers. Like, people who I know genuinely have worked fucking hard in this space and gotten big from it. And I have people literally message me, "Hi, can you introduce me to Danny Phantom? Hi, can you tell Jessica I said hi?" I'm like, I will choke you. Shut up.
Can you tell Jessica I said hi?
Oh my god, Jessica, they say hi. It's just like, oh god, I feel you 10,000%.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, I'm, at least when the people are just blatant, like, oh, can you tell that person I said hi? I'm like, at least I know this interaction's gonna be short.
Yeah, just because I'm friends with somebody doesn't mean they need to get to be friends with you.
Exactly.
Wow, we're spicy today.
The second I come in, suddenly.
No.
Day one, spice.
Oh, good, okay.
We are a little bit picante.
Okay, we're both from Texas. We know picante is not
Yeah.
spicy, but.
Fair enough.
So we all, again, we make content, everything like that. How do you plan around the things that you're doing and making the content? Because I've seen your day in the life stuff that you've put out recently. I can only imagine the back end of editing that.
So I have the lovely privilege of I work in marketing outside of this space. So I run marketing, fun fact, I run freelance marketing for large companies in New York City. So my understanding of like how to market that, not only for myself and plan that for large companies, but I also apply that to what I do. It's also what I apply and it's what I provide for when companies come to me for sponsorships. I'm like, hey, I have this other background to be like, hey, I could plan you for a month of like all of your content out. So I help people do that. So one thing that I do for myself, I do make a calendar. I know it's hard, I make a spreadsheet. And I use like my scheduler to do it. Now, that being said, I do have sessions where I sit down, I plan the day, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna film 20 videos. Do I know what those videos are? Absolutely not, but I know I gotta film this calendar, so I'm gonna get it done. But that is how I do it. But
I find people really like a lot of spontaneity and authenticity. I mean, not to say you're not authentic, I'm not implying that. So I usually go with my short form content is whatever I want to rant about. Like, I can rant very well for 60 minutes or 60 seconds off. I can do 60 minutes too.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. But for my long form content, I usually just do a script outline and I just have, these are the points I want to make. I don't do a word for word script, but I make this point, make this point, make this point. And this becomes easier to fill up the 15, 30 minutes with something that seems coherent. And I can move it around and say, okay, here's the structure that I want. But I tend to just go off the cuff as much as possible. Mm-hmm. And my audience seems to appreciate that because I've noticed the more I polish, the less traction I get. So they like this for some reason.
They like the angry old man that's ranting in the background, like. I say old. It's just old. I'm old. I feel old. My body is old.
I'm gonna deny it till I'm dead. Planning videos, that's so funny. Genuinely, I think I only plan them if it's paid. Like if it's specifically someone who's like paid me for an ad of some kind, I'm like, okay, I have to plan it a little bit so that the algorithm pushes this more because I don't know if you guys know this guy, Offbeat Outlaw. He's a fucking weirdo. Also my boyfriend. But he was pretty successful in this field. Like he did very well before he decided to go be a lawyer. But I take his advice absolutely every letter when it comes to making things like ads because that's where he succeeded so well. His big thing was making an ad not feel like an ad. You're watching a fun video that just also has stuff that's being marketed. And every time I've listened to him, my videos have popped the fuck off. Sorry, the heck off.
We can cuss.
Okay, they popped the fuck off because I listen to the guy who knows how to make videos successfully for ads. So that's the only time I've ever planned my videos. Was just because I'm like, hey, I want this to do well and I want more companies to hire me to like, ooh, these videos that are ads, those seem to do really well on their page. I'm gonna hire her for another ad. So that's, otherwise, I like making videos for fun. I like doing things with just like, hey, I suddenly decided to make something about my level 20 barbarian fighter who's like super cool. Or like whatever. Like, She has a plus 21 to fucking athletics, okay? She's really cool.
You can't fake joy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of joy, well, I don't know, depending on the person, the day, we're at GenCon, what was everybody's first convention? Not just as a content creator, but individually.
Boston Comic-Con. I'm in Massachusetts originally, now I'm in Toronto, Canada. But yeah, Boston Comic-Con. You guys are allowed to be mean and you guys are allowed to make fun of me 10,000%. I got to meet Stan Lee there. It was his last time going to a convention. I was dressed as fucking Nightwing.
Bless you. Bless you.
But yeah, it was a fun convention other than that.
Oh, my first convention was a very cool little convention that still goes on called ChupacabraCon that's in Central Texas. I went down to San Antonio and I did a whole bunch of stuff and it was amazing. Support your local cons, people. GenCon is amazing, PAX is amazing, but find your local cons, spend the $20, support them, and yeah, go through a Saturday, and because you'll find so much joy and so much just genuine passion for the hobby there. It's amazing.
On the note of local cons, my first con was something called Dundee Comic Con, Dundee, Scotland, where I was where I'm from, and I was living there, and I got to witness Shrek wrestle Spider-Man in a church, and I was like, well, this is for me. It was incredible.
Oh man, I'm trying to remember my first convention. I think, first convention was South by Southwest, which is not small anymore, and this was 2014. Yeah, so a while ago. It was still big, but and then actually my first was South by Southwest, but in 2007, so a little bit better.
Time's not real.
Time's not real. Yeah, time's a soup. But my local one was some random one that was in a middle school, and that's where I learned how to play, now that I can't remember the name of the game, it's a Steve Jackson game.
Munchkin?
Munchkin. Thank you, wonderful audience member. Yes, Munchkin. I got to learn Munchkin, and then I don't know if that con still goes on, but it was really cool. It was associated with a game store. I'm from Houston. I'm from Texas, so it happens. I'm from a swamp, and we have a few cons there. DreamCon is big now in Houston, so if you're wanting to go to DreamCon, it's going to be on Juneteenth next year. So
Shout out to Alcon and the Call of Cthulhu Live group there.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to your local cons, support local businesses, go to your LGSs. And while you're in Indy, go to LGSs here, support local businesses. Go outside of the convention.
Outside.
I know. This is where I say, go outside, touch some grass,
But
wash
the
yourself.
But the Daystar, it burns.
Daystar, it burns.
Put on some SPF, white man. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Now, okay, so we've had some LARPers on the podcast before. Matt, you're the newest of the LARPer collection that I've added. The only time I LARP is whenever I go to Ren Fair. I consider that LARPing. Or, I mean, if I guess this is LARP. Drag is LARP?
If
Is
you're
drag
putting on a
LARP?
Drag is
persona
LARP
and
for-
acting out a
Somebody put it on a
persona is
sticker.
LARP.
Yeah, I guess drag is LARP. There you go, live action role play, everybody. Go tell your drag queens that.
By the
I
way,
gotta tell Miss
You're
Pudding in
right.
Patagonia.
Oh my God.
by the way, can I get on the soapbox here?
Yes,
Stop
do it.
calling stuff that's not LARPing. Those people are
Go back to
posers.
posers.
They're posers. They're not LARPers.
Oh my god.
Thank you. Off soapbox.
But yeah, I've heard of this small, semi-local Texas brand a few hours away from me that's doing a Sabat LARP later this year. I don't know, and I think they still have tickets.
Absolutely.
What's everybody's experience in LARP space? Hey, let's start with the LARPer himself.
So I started vampire LARPing in Texas at convention games when I was 18. I did the fan clubs and all that. Currently I run high immersion cinematic games called Blockbuster LARPs, which are, we spend real money, real adult money. We rent out really cool sites. We have special effects with the Sabbat horror game The Night in Question, which is coming November 21st this year. Tickets are still available. Plug. We have people who do haunted houses and horror film, like B-movie horror films, coming in to do special effects for it. And it's a one night, one shot experience that you show up, you get covered in blood, and you're done. And that's kind of where I'm at with LARP right now, because I used to do the every weekend thing. It was fun when I was 19. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore.
God, remember when we were 19?
Back when the internet was a place in your house.
So true, so true.
Zero.
Zero?
I have no experience with LARPing. I suppose the closest thing that I could akin to it, I did a fantasy ball recently where I was playing a character, but that was my first experience.
That is LARP. That is LARP.
Yes.
I have been desperate to get into LARPing, but I know nobody in the space. Now I do. But also I have no friends near me to go with me because I'd be so afraid to go by myself. Do you have any advice for if you're me, how do you get into it?
Get on there. If a LARP company has a Discord, and most of them do, go in and say, I am new, help me. And if no one helps you, don't go to that LARP. Yes. If everyone helps you, go to that LARP. And
So it can be a paper and pen.
Yeah.
Write it down.
You know what's great? This is recorded.
I'll give you a card.
Great. Here's my card.
But no, LARPers love getting people into LARPing if they're good LARPers. And the other thing is that one-shot events, like blockbuster events, great for first timers, great for solo people, because most of them, everything's pre-written, and you're handed connections to other characters. So you have a built-in in-character support group. You're already in a group, you already have that going on for you. You get to talk to them beforehand, and you can level set with them and all that kind of stuff. That is the cool thing about the blockbuster games, is that you don't have to sit there for weeks building character connections. It's this person slept with your dad, this person is horrible. Yeah, this person, yeah, exactly. You hate this person, you love this person, you're done.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Again, same thing. I love the concept of LARPing. My friend Danny literally just started getting into the LA LARP scene. I guess it's pretty big over there. And he tells me all these stories, all the cool outfits he's made and everything, and I'm just I'm so jealous. Please help me. And it's I'm in Toronto. You'd think that it's a big city. You'd think that there'd be something going on there. And it's just oh yeah, Bicoline. It's 5 hours away, and I'm just
Bicoline is not a good first time LARP. I mean, I love Bicoline, don't get me wrong, it's an amazing experience, but it is rough for first timers to get into.
Yeah, it's very immersive. My friend Vane Virgo goes there every year, and it's they're no cell phones, no, it's so immersive, even where you stay, you don't stay a hotel, you stay in a hut, that looks for the environment that you're in, and it's so insane. They're very big on the immersion there, so it's just no cell phones, no photos like that. You just go into LARP.
To clue in the audience, this is a 10,000 person medieval battle.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, that goes
There's
for a
armor.
week, I want to say.
A week we can have something like that. Yeah. I've seen stuff post Bicoline, and I'm did any of you shower?
Unlikely.
Look, people be stanky. People be
Bring the over to cons, please.
Please, for the love of God.
Open up the Walgreens.
Body spray is very important at Bicoline, I think, probably.
Yeah. What are some similarities, especially with your newest experience? What are some similarities and differences between the AP space and TTRPGs and LARPing?
Safety is different, I'm sure.
Safety is handled differently, but is just as important. So.
Oh yeah, it just means it's different. It's the rules are different with an AP, where a person hey, where can I grab you?
Yeah.
Can I push you? Versus oh, can I
Well,
yell at you through a screen a little bit.
there's two levels to the safety thing. So in AAP, you get to go to each person individually and get their consent checklists, and you do a session 0 with them, and all that. It's all very personalized.
You better.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. If you don't do it.
It's 2026. What the hell are you doing if you don't? But at a LARP, it's much more beholden on the organizers to say, these are the themes that are going to exist. These are the themes that might exist. You kind of have to be cool with them because they're going to exist in the game space. But there's very similar things, like we have a bowing out mechanic, which is very similar to an X card, which is you touch the back of your head and you walk out of the scene. And what symbolizes to people is just like, don't make a big deal about this, don't bring it up in character. I'm out of here because I really don't want to watch someone get tortured or something like that, right? Or I have a problem with whatever's going on. And so it's a big don't bring this up symbol. So it's same notes, different song, I guess I would say, but it's the same concerns, but it has a limit in the fact that I can't go to every single member of 200 person LARP and say, please give me your consent checklist and I'll remember it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I agree with you. That makes sense for an organization that big, but also like when it comes to like, I run a lot of horror games. And so up front I'll be like, hey, this is Mothership. This is a horror game. Horror things are going to happen. Here is the list. You either opt in or you opt out because these things are going to occur. I run lots of other games that are much more adaptable, but a lot of times certain aspects of it is like, hey, this is based on the Alien franchise. If you're not
I'm opting in.
if you're not okay with these lists of things, you're not going to get the full experience. You're not going to have fun. And no one else at the table who wanted to participate in those things will be having fun either. So I agree with you. There's lots of personalization in regards to the AP space, but also like sometimes there is literally that opt-in, opt-out aspect of it.
Yeah, I think some minimum buy-in is a counterweight to the consent checklist, is that it's just like, there's a point in which if you're not doing certain things, this stops being the game everyone wants to play. Yeah. But be flexible when it comes, don't be a stick in the mud when it comes to that, people.
As we say in the military, semper gumby.
What?
Always be flexible.
Ah.
Always be flexible. Within reason. Let's be flexible, but don't. If something is your line, it is your line. Period. The end. Okay? Within reason. Flexibility within reason.
Yeah.
One of the things I've noticed that as a LARPer I bring to APs, which is really interesting, is on-the-fly negotiation. Since we do negotiation-based games at Jackalope, you learn how to negotiate outcomes and figure out outcomes and read people really quickly. And I think that's something in the AP space where during the break in an AP, you can very quickly say, okay, this might go this direction, is this cool with you? And quickly identifying all the hang-ups and figuring out how to navigate those, I think is a really good talent that I brought from LARPing specifically. So.
Well, I mean, on that, what is everybody's like mid-AP thing look like other than taking a bathroom break and getting water? What are there conversations happening? Are there like you're on a commercial break?
Yeah, for sure. To give it a go. If there is a scene or something where there's a big reveal, I usually kind of time my breaks to be like, okay, I know narratively this is coming up. I time my breaks so that I can check in on a player and be like, hey, you were good with that, confirming. I'm one of those people where I always have my DMs open, so I always reiterate with players. If at any point you want to pivot, if at any point you need to tell me something, my DMs are open. I will be actively messaging people through that. But like, for example, I have a player here who I recently did a big reveal with, and immediately afterwards, you shoot a message, be like, hey, that was a big reveal. That was a lot. We okay? Do we want to talk about things? And lots of the times, they just need that check-in. A lot of times, it's really nothing, but sometimes it's, they're like, hey, didn't actually, that would like to pivot here, and that's what you do, because that's your job as the game.
Usually my break is signaled by me turning off the stream and everyone going, God damn it, Matt.
God damn it. Again?
I storytell usually, so there's a lot of, God damn it, why'd you do this? For the exact same reason. I love starting the break of, and now we're going to take a break. And they're like,
you gotta end with a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
I've only DM'd once, and I got to do that, and I'm like, oh, I get it. I get it now.
Incredible cosmic power.
But as a player, what does it look like on your end?
Even on both ends of it, I was like, usually when we have a break, it's like I'm rushing to the bathroom because my bladder is like 2 inches wide. It's like I'm just like, okay, hold okay, now I'm back. Now I can, because I can't think about anything if I have to pee. I'm sorry. If I'm like hungry or something, that's like my thought. It's like that's just right in front of me. So once I do anything I need to do, I'm like, okay, cool. What the fuck's wrong with you, GM, DM, storyteller, like, and like affectionately, you know, it's just like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I love you, keep doing it. So yeah, no, it's just that little bit of like, hey, we only have like 5 minutes to really talk, so anything important will be the first thing talked about, but a lot of times it's shoot the shit of just like, oh, that was amazing, I can't wait to watch my character just cry in a ball, like.
Oh, yeah.
What is a good AP without an ugly cry?
Exactly.
Amen.
You know what?
I love making people cry at a table.
I haven't cried once at any of my APs. So, but I also don't have a soul and I don't have a heart, so I sold that to the government a long time ago.
Is it the red hair?
Hold on real quick. Snatch my own wig. But okay, so what's something that y'all have learned either since starting in the creator space as either a player or as a storyteller GM that you've added to like your toolkit of things whenever it comes to AP and like production?
My checklist has gotten deep as far as what to do, but I think pre-negotiation and having direct, earnest conversations about what is something you want to happen with your character, right? Like, give me a moment for your character, and I'll try. I can't guarantee, but I'll try to make it happen, because that reveals so much of the experience that the player wants to bring to the table and their vision for what the game is about. And I think those direct conversations, rather than being, cool, I'm the mysterious GM and I can't reveal my plans, I threw that away and basically went, what are you trying to get out of this, very directly.
Yeah, something I've learned, at least recently, because I think it's one of those things like, you have ADHD, you can't remember things you don't remember in the moment, so it's, at least the most recent thing that I've learned, just do it. Like, when I started a DM series, like it was like a 4-episode thing, it was nice and short, I wasn't trying to start something for like a whole year, and I was talking to Michael about it. I'm sorry, Offbeat Outlaw. I was talking to Offbeat Outlaw about it, and I was just like, oh yeah, like I've had this idea for a while. It's like it was about like people going to this like Grand Canyon-ass cavern, and like at the bottom's like this seal that has like this eldritch horror underneath that they've been trying to like hide away, and it's like the seal is breaking, and then the heroes have to come and fix it or whatever. And he was like, so do it. And I'm like, and he's like, no, just do it. And then I talked about it with friends like that night, and they were like, I'll make a character right now. I'm like, do it, no balls. And then it just, and then it was so fun, and it was such a great experience of just like being on the other side of everything, because I've only been a player until that moment. And it was just do it. You'll have fun either way. Like, you don't have to read every page of every player handbook. You don't have to, like, Google is free. And your friends who are probably more experienced than you can answer those questions. It's not the worst thing in the world as like the storyteller to ask your players questions like, oh hey, is that spell 30 feet? Or like, oh, is that what happens when, like, are you resistant to fire? Or like, sorry, I talk a lot in D&D because I do that most, but like, it's okay to ask those things. It's like, it's okay, like no one's gonna like light you on fire actually. So just start things. That's the fun of it all. You get to just start. I learned that. But anyways.
Yeah, I like that. I think the biggest thing I learned from both from a GM side and player side, that there's no point in a well-kept secret. If your character has like this big, deep, dark thing, or like something central to their character, you should be dropping hints from day one. I can't tell you the amount of times that as a DM, I've experienced players feel unsatisfied at the end of the game because they felt like holding on to it because they wanted that like final big reveal in the last session, but then we have no time to explore it. I understand like sometimes it feels like you were the one holding it because you're building up to this thing. I promise you, it's going to be so much more worth it if you do it like midway, or like be dropping hints the whole time and have that kind of discovery, because that's how people work.
100% agree. I've always told players, if it doesn't come up in game, it doesn't exist. So you gotta bring it up. You have to conspire against yourself,
Plus, if they give you all your secrets, especially as the DM, you're like, yes, I can now torture you.
Here's a knife, put it in my back.
Here's 6 more bullets, just shoot me. Thank you.
So, I mean, I introduced them as our sponsor for the episode at the top. If you weren't here, Pocket Bard is our sponsor for the episode. They're an immersive audio tool to be used at the table. Check out pocketbard.app, A-P-P, Pocket Bard. There you go. No, but they should.
I should use that.
There you go. Hey, Pocket Bard, use that.
Sold, cut
But-
the ad.
Calling Alex would like
But
that.
pay me again for them. Thank you. What are some tools that you can't live without at your table?
Google.
Control F.
Oh my gosh. Control F.
Besides the obvious things like safety tools, which should just be mandatory, period. So those don't count. Those are just always there. But yeah, no, things like Google, I need my iPad. I need the D&D Beyond sheet because there's so much shit I just forget. And I'm just like, I need somewhere to look at it.
I mean, I love an immersive music. If I can have a sound effects board, give it to me. I do use Pocket Bard, shout out. I use that. I often use a voice modulator that I love using because the amount of times that it just adds, especially for online games, when immersion can be a little bit more difficult, because you're through that screen. It just adds that little extra spice.
Send the link. I need a voice modulator.
I got
Oh,
you.
thank you, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of ambient. I love
Yeah.
ambient sound, even more than music. Music is good, but give me especially running Mothership or Alien, finding a good
Silence and just rattling
that-
noises.
that noise that tension apparently makes that sounds like a jet engine about to take off.
Yes.
In alien movies, yeah, give me that all day long.
Well, you can find that at Pocket Bard.
Yeah, you can find that.
Thank you,
Yeah.
sponsor.
Thank you, sponsor. And back to the podcast.
Thanks, 5.
Capitalism.
Hey. What is a memory that stuck with you from an AP that you've done that you were like, oh, every time somebody's like, oh yeah, this thing I did, and you're like, but this thing I did.
Oh, there's so many, and I'd have to play favorites.
Can I give an example
Sure.
for my own time? Because on top of doing this podcast, I'm actually an actual play performer as well. One of our wonderful audience members can attest. Recently, in a vampire game that I'm in, I play the Ventrue Primogen of Chicago, Ashley Dame. She had a little high fae in her head that she was just like, all right, this thing's got to get out. Threatened it a lot. It decided to make itself known, and she stabbed it.
You're welcome.
And let's just say chaos ensued. I rolled very well on that, by the way. I rolled 12. I critted twice. So, in Vampire, that's really good. So, yeah, it was fun. It caused a lot of chaos. One of our audience members is now half mage, half vampire. So,
Lucky.
chaos.
So I was running a one-shot called One Bad Night for Vampire the Masquerade, and two of my players, Jillian Foxglove, a wonderful person, and Matt, the playmat, both of them wonderful people. They are husband and wife, and they always play couples, apparently, or people that are interested in each other. I got Jillian to sell out and get Matt's character killed. And it was the first time ever. And Jillian was so happy to finally be like, yes, I got Matt killed instead of being his, his love interest.
I love that.
It's not so much an AP, but it is the moment that I think is the reason I got picked up to do other things when I was first starting my stuff. I got pulled into a creator Discord server. I was not really a creator at the time. I had maybe 2,000 followers, but somebody was nice enough, shout out Diana the Rose, to be like, hey, there's a Discord for people who do this professionally. And I was like, you'll let me in? She's like, yeah, of course I'll let you in. And I was like, thank you. And we were running Christmas Drop. It was my first experience as a player ever. I'd been at Forever Jam for about 7 years up until that point. and I rocked up, and there was a moment where my character, we were presented with pies. For those of you who have played Curse of Strahd, you know what's in the pies. We're not to say it for safety reasons necessarily. But one of this, it might be.
Read the book.
It might be. And everyone, we find out, we discover that these things are whatever. And
Very Sweeney Todd.
Very Sweeney Todd, and everyone's like, oh my god, we can't eat these. And my character went, well, what do they do? And everyone, what? And I was like, I'm not gonna do it. And she ended up discovering that this thing shows you what you truly most desire. And my whole character was like, she is mourning this dead lover. And I, in the middle of the night, went out, ate the pie, had everyone discover, and there was a moment where I just got really into it, started like crying, sobbing when they wake me up and all this stuff. And everyone had to like kind of pause and stop and went, you good? You should do this. And I was like, really? And then since then, people in that space were nice enough to like give me a shot because they saw that behind closed doors. And yeah, I would say that's my moment.
Hell yeah. Mild explanation so the moment makes sense. That same level 20 character that I love so much. Their whole story was her and Offbeat Outlaw's character, which is the reason that we met. Wicked cute. They were pirates of a ship, and the ship was a gift from the god of the void and the goddess of the deep. Hilariously terrifying creatures that were also Offbeat Outlaw's parents, because edgy demigod. And there was a mutiny on the ship. So my character and his character destroyed it so that they wouldn't have it because it was powerful. It was given by gods. And the entire point of the campaign was to get the pieces of the ship to get it back for us. And this is the last episode. We finally got all the pieces. And Miriam, my character, she had an Echo, because she was an Echo Knight fighter and barbarian. And when she normally summoned it, she would like swipe her hand from, on her forehead with like sweat, drop it down, and then behind her would be this gargantuan water beast that looked like if you just saw into the depth and saw the eyes that were looking back at you. And it was deep, dark, terrifying. And then when she saw the ship, I'm getting emotional, sorry. When she saw the ship finally, like it was in a bottle, like in a planer thing, and she started crying. So she like wiped the tear, threw it down, and then when it came up, it was a clear blue, gorgeous water. And it was such a good moment, so it was like she's finally got her home back. Aww. And it was really good.
Don't cry, I'm gonna cry. I already told people I don't cry. You can't do this to me.
I'm sorry.
Well, this is our last question of the panel. What kind of stories do you like to tell?
Ones that make you ask questions rather than get answers.
Ooh.
I like it when it's not very clear who should win and who's right, because everyone is either equally a bastard or equally earnest, and it's just they come to different conclusions. Either that or one with a really good smiling monster villain. Like a really good charming monster is so good.
That explains why you do World of Darkness.
Yeah, just a little bit, yeah.
I love it. The BBEG has a point. I love a villain where they're like, oh man, he's right, but he's not going about it the right way.
Look, I agree with you, but I can't tell you I agree with you.
Yeah.
No, that's absolutely valid. I technically only told one story, and it was...
Even as a player, what kind of story do you like to tell?
Oof. I love a story in the same vein of like the twists and turns of like, are we the bad guys? Just like, wait, have we been the problem the entire time? And like some mindfuckery shit. I love that stuff so much.
Is this play about us?
Is this play about us?
Are we the baddies?
Yes, yes.
Yes, we are the baddies.
Yes. Of course you are. You're always the bad guy in somebody's story.
Oh god, don't get me started.
There you go.
One of my favorite villains that I ran for a fantasy game, the rare times I've run a fantasy game, is he said, oh, I'm really flattered you think I arranged this situation, but I'm a parasite who's just taking advantage of the system. I'm just making reasonable choices. You're the one who never once questioned why the system would require you to march a a plane full of bodies, leave a trail of bodies in your wake in order to get to me, when all I'm doing is making the best choice for me all day long. Yeah, so you've never questioned the system. You just made me into the villain. Yeah.
Well, this is the part of the podcast where I say plug your shit. Let the people know where they can find you, including at GenCon, because we're all busy. Not everybody at once.
I'm Hannah Plays D&D everywhere on the internet. If my name's not there, neither am I. You can catch me all weekend doing stuff. I have a panel later today with Storyteller Squad about being a female in space. I have my first live show tomorrow called A Goblin Lives in Icarus Station. If you like Alien, all it is swapping the xenomorph out for one goblin with a knife. We have some really extraordinary people going to be on it. You should check it out. And then I'm also going to be doing a Battle Royale Bloodfields at Black Star Station. So if you like the Hunger Games, and I think there might be 2 tickets left or something to it, you should check it out. I'll be jamming.
Hello, I am Smallbird Lex. You can find me at Smallbird Lex. I do art, streaming, VTuber, TTRPG things, art stuff. Hire me. I make things with this. This is my job. Also, fuck ice, roll dice, and death before generative AI. Newest stickers I just got, by the way. But yeah, no, you want me to draw your characters? I'll do it. I love it. It's so fun. I've been in a bunch of actual plays. You can also hire me for those. Or just tell me it's for charity. I love doing charity streams. They're so fun.
I go by Matt Stormcrow online. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky under that name. My company is called Jackalope Live Action Studios. You can find us at jackalope-larp or jackalopelarp.com. We are running the Night in Question November 21st of this year, which is the official licensed Vampire the Masquerade Sabbat horror LARP, which is I'm doing its 6th run. We also have other projects coming up in 2027, and I will be storytelling for the new White Wolf Vampire the Masquerade project tomorrow for both of the morning and afternoon sessions. So if you were lucky enough to get a ticket into those, they are sold out, but maybe if you show up with a generic ticket, you might be able to get it.
Somebody always misses out. That's all I'm just saying. Somebody always doesn't show up, even though they paid, what, $50 for a ticket?
I think it was 5, but yeah.
Was it 5? Wow. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for being a reasonable place to have to play a game. Well, speaking of finding people on the internet, you can find me everywhere on the internet at Shelly Von Miller, because branding is important, and I don't want 20 different usernames to remember. That means a lot of passwords. It's a thing. If you are wanting to listen to seasons 1 through 3 of After the Table, they are everywhere you get your podcasts, to include visually on Spotify and YouTube. The Critter Awards are still going on as we're filming this. Please vote for whoever. I think some of us are on that. To include myself for Best Podcast Host. There you go. Enjoy your GenCon, and there we have, by the way, this is just for editing purposes. We are doing a thing for Patreon as well. Hey, by the way, I have a Patreon. Please go support it. You're supporting a queer, disabled veteran, please, for the love of fuck. But we have a Patreon exclusive segment called Table Sets, where it's a rapid fire this or that game, but we have to make it rapid fire because we do have an out. So there you go.
We actually don't, if it's me.
We do have an out. I do have a meeting after this.
I reject my statement.
I have a full calendar, unfortunately. I do this to myself.
Booked and busy, let's go.
Yay.
Okay.
Outside of that, I love you guys very much, and I will see you on the internet. Woo! Goodbye.